Why were the Infinity Stones powerless in the TVA? The Infinity Stones are coveted time and time again as among the most powerful items in the Marvel Universe. Whether it's in the comics or on the silver screen, they constitute a force so awe-inspiring that it moves the plot of entire stories as the heroes quake in fear. That's why it may seem so weird when the TVA uses them as paperweights. Early on in Loki, the god of mischief discovers a desk drawer filled with Infinity Stones, the assortment of colors and shapes appearing extremely ordinary compared to their usual brilliance and buzzing presence. In the MCU, previously, Loki himself marveled at their power as he used the Tesseract to open a wormhole to the Chitauri forces over New York City and usher the start of the Battle of New York. And shortly before, another Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone, to turn the Avengers against one another. But in the confines of the TVA, the stones were useless. Why is this? So in the context of the show, Mobius explains how magic does not work around the TVA headquarters, with their dimensional space occupying an area outside the realm of magic and its influence. The magic system of the MCU is actually very well defined, with Thor explaining in his first movie how it is truly just advanced science that appears magical to more primitive civilizations. In their extra-universal space, the TVA is just outside the sphere of influence of such forces. That includes the Infinity Stones, and that harkens back to their limitations in the comics. Known as the Infinity Gems originally, in the comics, one of the major limits placed on the Infinity Gauntlet's power is that the gems only work in the universe to which they are native. There is a council of reeds composed of the multiverse's many Reed Richards, and some among their members even wield an Infinity Gauntlet. But when traveling from one universe to the next, it does no good. They're powerless when they're on tour. That's because the Infinity Stones are tied so innately to the cosmic forces that shape their respective universes. The reason their power is so infinite is that it is one and the same with the fundamental forces that govern the universe they exist within. With powers dating back as early as the Big Bang, when traveling extra-dimensional, it is like they are cut off from that limitless power source, making them essentially no different from rocks that are just kind of cool. Just imagine the stones are like your desktop computer. They need a power cable in order to run. If you are in the US, then your power cable probably fits into a two-pronged outlet. But if you were to travel to another country, let's say South Korea, then you would need a completely different plug-in. That's how the Infinity Stones work. They really only can fit into the outlet, so to speak, of their native universe. I know this analogy is kind of flawed because obviously there are travel adapters, which means that your American desktop computer could easily work in a South Korean outlet, for example, given a proper converter or transformer. But just do me a favor and ride with the metaphor on this one. The fact that the Infinity Stones don't work outside of their native universes is actually a good thing in terms of cosmic balance of power. While there are forces in the Marvel Universe more powerful than even a fully assembled Infinity Gauntlet, such as the Living Tribunal or the One Above All, such forces rarely meddle in mortal affairs. If a person like Thanos could not only wreck their own reality but venture to other timelines and wreck several realities, there could be a multiversal collapse on the horizon. So limitations like that of the Infinity Gauntlet serves as a balancing measure against such mishaps. Their power may be infinite, but in the mind-boggling world of Marvel Comics, even infinity has its limitations. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it explained a couple things for you. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you liked this, please hit like. It helps the channel out. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, remember, with great power comes great responsibility.